Hey, what's up? It's Jared with State of Tech, and I have the Nexus 5 bumper case that is available for the Nexus 5 directly from Google. I've been awaiting this case for a while because I'm one of those people that likes to put a case on my device to keep it from getting scratched up. I set my device on the table a lot, and it's in my pocket, and I just don't like my device to get scuffed up. So having a case is great, and there haven't really been many options as far as cases go. So we're going to unbox and install this so that you can kind of get an idea for what this case is all about. So you pull this tab right here to begin opening the packaging, and the face of the packaging just comes right off, and then you can snap the case out of the packaging, and there isn't really any other good use for the packaging, so we'll go ahead and set that off to the side. Now, this is a very minimal case, so it's not going to protect against, water, moisture, extreme droppage, or anything like that. But nonetheless, it will provide a layer of security over your device. So, and the Nexus is a relatively small device, so we're just going to slide this right in. Now, the first thing I notice is that it does seem to add a bit of thickness to the device. You can see now how wide this is. The device itself is not that big of a device outside of this case. So, though this case is considered a bumper case, it definitely adds a bumper around your device. So, some people would like that, some people do not. The case itself is flat. When you lay it on the table, it's flat. It doesn't rock. It doesn't have a bevel or anything like that to it. It's made to fit the phone very tightly and snugly, and it has a little bit of a beveled edge on the inside. The back of the Nexus, of course, has a little bit of a beveled edge, though it lays flat on the table, and it'll rock a little bit because of the raised camera. It has a little bit of a beveled edge, so the case makes up for that. Once you snap the device into the case, which is really easy, it now sits flat and doesn't rock because that beveled edge on the camera slides right into the case. You could tell that when Google designed this Nexus 5, with the camera and that little bit of a beveled edge, they designed it so that it would slide right into that spot. Down below here where we have our charging port, there's plenty of room for wider type plugs. Some plugs are a little bit bigger. You typically would have no problem with the one that came by default, but if you had a wider plug, it's going to fit. Also, small holes for the sound to go in and out of the device. We also have the headphone jack up here, and a hole for that sensor as well. So the hole here, typically for headphone jacks that come in different shapes and sizes, sometimes you have an issue with that fitting. I have many different headphone jacks, one in my truck, one in my wife's car, one in my office, my headphones. I have a couple different pairs of those. And so lots of different connections that could potentially fit or not fit. The size of this looks relatively good. Doesn't look like I'm going to have a problem fitting that. I have one plug right here, which typically we use for recording demos. It would fit perfectly. The width is just fine. It would fit right into that slot. Anything wider than this, though, and we would probably run into a problem. So not bad indeed. This case, of course, being a little expensive for a bumper case, it really complements the design of the device. I don't feel that I'm losing anything on this. So let's try the buttons. So the power button over here, the lock button, takes a little bit more effort to push down than normal. And then let's just go and let me get over to another page here. Volume buttons, not bad. Doesn't really block anything else, so I don't think that we're running into any issues with the buttons. So it tends to work pretty good, this case. A lot of times these rubberized buttons cause you issues, and you lose some performance because of the case. But overall, this is a good case. It is a case that I would want to keep on my device, obviously, to protect it. being that this is a small, sleek device, the phone itself, I wouldn't want to add too much bulk to it. I feel like if I dropped this on the corner, this would do a relatively good job of protecting my device. Obviously, there's no front face on this, so anything that was raised could hit the glass. Although, as you can see, if I hold the phone at an angle here, you can see that there is a lip. So if my phone was to slide on the face, as long as there weren't any rocks or anything sharp, I wouldn't have any issues with the glass getting scraped. So overall, really good case. I think that it was well worth the wait, although I don't understand the wait. It's a good case indeed. Comes in a variety of different colors. I went with black because my black Nexus 5, I just wanted to keep consistent there. And I'm not too flashy when it comes to cases in the first place. So not a bad case from Google, the Nexus 5 bumper case in black that you can get from the Google Play Store. Probably will be available in other places, but right now all I've seen it available is in the Google Play Store. So definitely check it out if you're looking for a case for your Nexus 5.